Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry it's been a while, but I'm officially done with Final, a Caraval novel. I finished and read all 3 books, and honestly, I have a lot to say about this book. First, let's just get into the introduction of the book. So, I really, really like the cover. It's very beautiful. Another thing I like about this book, again, and I will never get tired of saying this, is the wrong page. Is the map. It is so pretty. I don't know why, but I just love books that have maps in it. It's very, very beautiful. Another thing is too, like, we can introduce you to the end of the book. One thing I'm kind of like a little disappointed about, not the book itself, but the fact that there is no playlist in this book. Like, there's no playlist for this book. And honestly, I'm a little bit sad about that. Because, like I said, I like to listen to music while I read. And I was going to do a full playlist of the Caraval songs to put into my YouTube channel. So if you guys are going to get into Caraval, I can just have that linked up to my YouTube channel. But unfortunately, this one does not have a playlist, so all you're just going to have is all the songs from the first book and the second book combined into one, to where maybe I'll add in a couple little songs for the flow of Caraval. But yeah, now let's get into the main topic of the video. I love the series. The series is a 5 out of 5. I love the characters. I love the character development. I love the plot twist. I love learning about villains and main characters' backstory and getting more into that. So, props to you, Stephanie Garber. I love your Caraval series. Now, with that being said, I don't know if I like the end game of the Caraval relationships. To be fair, the main couple, Scarlett and Julian, those two are amazing together. They're fantastic. I just love their whole little dynamic. It's very, very heartwarming, and it makes me really, really happy. With that said, I don't know if I like that Legend and Donatella are officially now a couple. I don't know how I feel about that. To me, personally, and this is just my opinion. It may not be a popular opinion, but I will say this just because this is my opinion. If you don't like it, that's fine. Scroll on. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna hurt my feelings. But but Donatella and Legend, it just felt like they were thrown in there together. And it was just because, to put it simply, just because. And I like a love triangle if it's done right. This one I was mostly leaning towards Jack. Because, and if you don't know Jack, he's in the second book of Caraval, and Jack and Donatella, yes, they have their, like, banters. Is it a friendly banter? Not really. Is it a negative banter? Not really. It was, like, more, like, in the middle, to where Jax didn't want to fall in love with her because he's immortal. If you're an immortal in the book, you turn mortal if you fall in love. Now, with Jax, so Jax and Donatella, their whole relationship is based on lies and manipulation. Now, with that being said, with the lies and manipulation aside, Jax and Donatella really did care about each other to a certain extent, to where I was like, you know what? I don't mind Jax. I don't mind that Donatella goes to Jack, because to me, it just made more sense. Like, yes, it's in some trope, it's bad boy meets bad girl, but the bad girl, she doesn't really know how she feels about it because she doesn't know if it's real or not. As for Jax, he didn't want to fall in love with her. He liked the idea of having her with him, but it wasn't until when she got badly hurt in book 2 where he instantly said, "Yeah, I love you. I want to protect you. Like, you know, let's just let it be you and me." Now, when we get into the third book, Legend and Jax are battling against each other, not in a sense of like fighting, but more in a sense of like who will Donatella go to? She's gonna go with me. No, she's gonna go with me. No, I want her more. No, I want her more. And it's like okay, with Donatella, she like what I like about her is that she actually thinks through her options instead of instantly jumping from one man to another. But in and that's something I really really liked. But to when it came to her finding out, and spoiler, just so you know, when it came to finding out that her and Jax are blood married, she instantly gets upset because she doesn't like the idea of getting married. And it's not the fact that it's Jax, it's just more of like I don't want to get married. I never wanted to get married. Like, you forced me to marry you, and that's not what I want to do. And that's basically what sent her to go away from Jack and to Legend. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine, but I still want you with Jax. Jack has shown you his true colors to where he doesn't sugarcoat how he feels. He will straight up tell you, "Nah, I love you. I want to marry you. Like, I want to marry you." And with Legend, she was just like, she liked the idea of Legend, but she also liked the idea of that Legend is immortal. But she doesn't want immortality. She wants him to become mortal, but she also knows if he becomes mortal, he'll die. Which I'm like, okay, so you also have somebody whose heart completely stopped, and the minute that you step into his life, his heart is beating to where he goes, "I want you to choose me because you made my heart beat. You may not be my true love, but I would rather choose you than anybody else." And I'm like, "Oh, honey." and that's where I'm like torn because once you get to the end of the book and Donatella falls in love with Legend, also known as Dante, and Dante falls in love with Donatella, it's like okay, well, that makes sense or whatever. But then there's Jax, who again, he manipulates Donatella's emotions just to try and protect her. Jax reminds me of somebody who has a heart of gold but makes the wrong choice, but is trying to do it with the right intention of being protective. So to me, like I said, in my opinion, I felt like Donatello should have just went with Jax. Because Jax has been with her since the second book, and he has done everything he could to protect her, try and take care of her. Like, yeah, I mean, he did tell her, like, yeah, I just want to know who Legend is because I want to kill him. But when he finds out who Legend is, he doesn't kill him because of Donatella. And it's like, okay, well, cool. So to me, I'd rather she would have went with Jax. It just made more sense to me because with Legend, it just felt like, oh, here's Legend, we're gonna go to him just because he's the better choice. It's like, ma'am, he has pushed you away from him many more times than not, and let alone he healed you, but then left you in the dungeons without any explanation on why he left, and proceeds to give you the cold shoulder, but is yet still upset that Jax is visiting you in your dreams. Okay, well, that doesn't make sense to me. That does not make any sense to me. But yeah, I really wish that she would have went with Jax. But again, that's just my opinion. Have seen that there are spin-off series to the original Caraval trilogy. So I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna see, like, because I've seen a little bit of spoilers that it's with Jax and somebody else, and I'm like, okay, well, that intrigues me. I want to know more about Jax, because I think that's what's been on my mind, is that ever since after this book, it's like, where's Jax? Where did Jax go after Donatello left him for the last and final time? Because even towards the end of this book, Jack tells Donatello, I want you to choose me. Like, why can't it not be me? Like, yeah, I made mistakes in my life, but I done it to protect you, and I want you to choose me. And it's like, dude, that hits hard. Like, if you fall so in love with somebody, and yet they still decide to choose somebody else, it's a whole different kind of heartbreak, to where it's like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Like, I really just don't. And that's kind of like what I like about Jack's personality. And I'm actually really quite curious to see what the next book is about. I gotta look up on Google what the next book is. But again, like I said, Stephanie Garber, excellent story, excellent series. I really, really loved it. 5 out of 5. Um, so thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah. Other than that, I will keep a lookout for a new YouTube playlist on YouTube. I'm gonna connect songs onto my YouTube channel for Caraval, and then yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.